Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. I just wanted to come on here for like a second or two because something was really irking me last night. Of course, I watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta like everyone else did, and I just want to say this, and I was thinking about this before. I really feel like Nene probably should have taken a little bit of a break this season, and I know that she's already spoken on that and why she didn't, but this is not the best look for her. Again, I understand that she did not attack any of the ladies, so just want to clear that up. She did not attack any of the ladies. It was actually the cameraman she was after. Oh yeah, by the way, remember, support my other channel, Romie Whispers ASMR. I'll have the link below and above, new video up. But here's the thing. Nene has been going through a lot with Greg, and Greg having cancer, her supporting him, and it normally being the other way around. So that in itself is also what's probably making this even more difficult. And I just think that because of the stress and her not handling it well, and she has acknowledged that multiple times at this point, so I do appreciate that, for her sake, not for mine. But I think that if she took a little bit more time away and just focused on her and Greg, I know that the show was an escape for her, and that's why she really appreciated having it. But sometimes you don't always know what's best for you in the moment. And like maybe her and Greg, take some mobile doctors and get out of that environment to maybe help a little bit. Because I just think that the way how Nene has been portrayed this season, due to, like I said, the stress, and how we don't like to see that from someone that we do like, and we understand where it's coming from, but it doesn't mean that it takes away. It doesn't mean that it doesn't take away the sting of it. Like, people already had issues with them feeling like Nene wasn't sensitive enough to her own husband's needs, even though we're seeing a very small percentage of what's actually going on there. And then, how she's interacting with some of the ladies. People were just, over that. And, for certain things, I definitely agree. Now we have the situation where Greg got sick again. He had a blood clot. And so Nene, she was just, Greg told her to have the party, have fun, because I believe Greg said that. I 100% believe Greg said that. I also believe that Nene probably needed that. What ended up happening is, seems like she was pre-gaming all day because she was stressed out, and she was just trying to, be a good hostess, put on a good party. It was, everyone take out their weaves and extensions and clip-ins and just come in with their natural hair. People were saying that Nene's hair was a wig. I don't know. All I do know is that it was okay for 2.5 seconds, but then she was irritated because people were super late. And yes, late is late. So whether you're 30 minutes late or 4 hours late, late is late. The problem is that this is a show, and so I get that people's times are really wasted also, and money's wasted when people are late, so I get that. But Nene, like I said, she was already drinking and pre-gaming, and so by the time Marlo and Portia came, she was in the mood. We flipped from that to her then arguing with Marlo, who acknowledged that she dropped what she was doing because Greg, who never reaches out to her because, why would he need to, reached out to her and said, hey, he had to go back to the hospital, and he's really concerned about Nene's mental. And so then Marlo went and showed support to Nene, but Nene wanted to go out and do, just get away. And so she didn't allow Marlo in or something like that. And so Marlo was very hurt and offended, and which I actually agreed with Marlo. I said, wait, what is going on here? So then we flipped from that to, like I said, Portia, I think she came before Marlo, so Nene was already irritated. But what ended up happening is Nene, was crying because she was just like, I'm super stressed out, and the last thing I need, because Marlo at some point was being a little dismissive when she was saying that, everyone has issues, Greg's going to this, but it's just like, you said you were going to be there for your friend, but now you don't want to hear her, complain about her issues and her needs, even though you were there to support her. So it was just, emotions were high. People didn't have their regular hairs in. So their mental was messed up. But they recovered. It was fine. It was okay. Shamari was on one. She's right now in this whole phase of, she just gave birth to them babies. She's finally away from the husband and the kids for a moment, just for a moment. And so she lets loose. Perfectly fine. She already knew that she was going to let loose. That's why she brought her gang with her. And I said Nene handled it pretty well as far as not making a big fuss about her bringing extra people. I said, cool. I thought this was going to be cool. Shamari was doing a lot. She was drinking, trying to play with Eva's nipple. It was a lot. She had her leg up in the air, and then she started throwing up in the bathroom because, can't hold her liquor because she just drank too much. That's what it was, because we saw it. And then, the girls were helping her. Eva got thrown up on. And so that's why it segues into part 2. And part 2 is Eva goes upstairs because she needs something new to wear. And Nene was still overall handling it well. Things would have been okay, but Portia and Candy, they were going to leave because it's like, okay, the party's over. And Candy really wanted to go. But then in an effort to stay, I think Marlo was like, oh, check out the closet, because Candy said, oh, this closet that Nene keeps talking about, let me go and see it. Now, I do agree that, hey, if I'm saying don't go in my closet, leave it alone, don't do it, because the cameras are around. I feel like if the cameras weren't around, Nene wouldn't care. But Nene, because of the whole perception thing, and the last thing she wanted was, if they go in the closet, the camera crew is going to go in the closet. She didn't say that, but that's what I figured. And maybe the closet wasn't all together at that moment. But, Portia and Candy went in anyway, because Marlo's like, go in, it'll be fun. And they went in, and they were like, where? I don't see what's, oh, yes, this is nice. And they were, even if it wasn't the case, they were being very nice. Now, the camera crew went in because, of course, someone from production probably told them, hey, get some shots in there. That's when Nene went off, and that's when she ripped the camera guy's shirt. It must have been a thin shirt, because that shirt ripped easily, quickly, instantly. And again, just to confirm, Nene did not attack Portia or Candy. It was, or Shamari, or at least at that moment, because Shamari left with her friends already. It was just because of the fact that the camera guy went into the closet. Nene, I'm assuming the closet wasn't all together at that moment, so Nene didn't want them to see that, or us to see that. Did she handle it right? Obviously not. And the Portia saying, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant, I'm scared, I want to go. I said, why does that sound like Portia putting on 20? Now, I would be nervous as well if I was in her shoes, like, wait, is she coming after us? Because all you see is her, like, get the bleep out, and then try and charge in the closet afterwards. So, I do get that. But it was just, it was bad all around. That's why I felt like maybe Nene should have just dialed back on how much she was on this show, because she has so much going on. I just didn't feel like she was in the right headspace to handle certain foolishness. And the other things that happened in the show were as follows. Candy has her sex dungeon situation. The show's going to go on pretty soon, so she needs to cast. And a lot of people showed up for casting, which is great. Cynthia also showed, she looked great. I mean, Cynthia looked like a madam. She nailed it. She looked good like she always does. But then she wanted to dance for Candy. And that's when things went left. And that's when Cynthia, the Cynthia that we really know, came out, because she was stiff. But she looked good. So, of course, she's going to be a part of it. And even Tanya was trying to audition for Candy in Nene's house. So I think she's going to be a part of it as well. Shamari's going to be a part of it because Shamari's going to sing. So it'll be cool. And, Eva has the wedding stuff. She's $50,000 over budget. She has 85 extra people coming. She thought she would do the nice thing and invite everyone. And then everyone said it was shocking. She was like, well, when does this happen? That's why you don't overextend yourself. But that's it. That was my recap for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'll probably title this something different. Thanks.